Good day, all. I am so excited to start this series with you. Um, yeah, to share my experiences with all of you. The one thing that we all must understand before we start this thing is, who are you? If you know who you are, you don't need people to tell you how good you are or how bad you are. You know. And the second thing you need to understand is, in whose hands are you? If you know in whose hands you are, I'm telling you now, then you will be victorious in whatever you do. So I'm just going to change this around and show you today what we are going to do. We're trying to do the problems. We're trying to do today the high performance part of it. Yeah, do have it there. And yeah, high performance coaching. So a lot of people will ask you, what is high performance coaching? High performance coaching is very simple. It's about quality, the quality of what you can bring, the quality of the management style you have, the quality world that you create, environment, quality of planning, how good you plan to get to where everybody can be within their limitations. Quality of behavior, do you understand what your country needs of you, what you need to be a good citizen? And then the quality of evaluation, because everything you measure, you can better. So where we start by identification and development of players. So the one thing you need to do is you need to search for potential. Forget about talent. Talent has a sell by date, but potential you can develop, and you can better it wherever you go. Do you understand the body mechanics? Do you know what you're working with? The best way of understanding the body mechanics is to do a DNA test to see what your player is thriving on and what can take him to the next level. Do you understand the recovery, so that he can do better and get to the next level where you want him? And we will talk a lot about the next level in the next series. Every time when your player leaves the change room, will he perform optimal at his level best? Will he be the best out there? So to do that, you need to go do his musculoskeletal evaluation. You need to understand where the weaknesses and the strengths of your player are in his body. You need to understand his injury history, and you know the level of where you can make it the weak part stronger, and work harder on a better part. Then another part that's very important is the brain profile, creativity of the player. Do you action those things? Do you make him to be better than what he is? And while you're processing the information, is that information within his understanding? Can he process that? Can he work with it? Can he make it better for himself? One thing that we took to the World Cup is that we did a total athlete assessment to understand who are coachable, who's confident, who's tough-minded, and who's team-orientated. One of my players, my captain then, if I can mention it, he had 10 goals for the team and not one for himself, because he was so team-orientated and we could do our best. When we talk about conditioning, what jumps to mind immediately? Is it only the physical part of it? What about the mental part? And what about standard setting? Where are you? Where can you be? How can you get there? What is the level of each and every one of them? Do they understand the psychological fitness of themselves? Do they know what they want in life? Do they know how to get there? Do they understand that if you come open-minded into anything, then you can actually adapt to what life wants of you, and what the organization wants of you, and where you can be as part of that team? Your cornerstones interventions. Do you understand those things? Or are you a boss? Or do you lead by example? And if you lead by example, do you understand the psychological state of your players? What engagements do they really have? Are they burnt out? Are they overcommitted? What do distract them? Do you understand those little things of the players? And then you must also work with his true sport engagement, because that is the one thing that you need. But all the other engagements can play a role so that they can't be the best in getting the true sport engagement. There's two levels of making an impact for him to perform optimal. And if you don't understand those two levels, if you don't know where you're going with it, you don't have a way of helping them. Setting a benchmark. Yeah, score them. Let them understand what the key performance indicators are. Do they know about the 7 habits which can destroy or which can build the relationships that you need in the team? Or is the risk estimation in your team too high for your team to perform? Who set the risks and who understand those risks? And then your main drivers of estimation risk is very, very important. If you do understand that, if you can get the guy to be the best him that he can be at a certain stage every week, I'm telling you now that there's nothing that will be able to stop you. There's no guarantee that you will win every game, but 75% of the time that you are going onto the field, you will be on control. So, this is the first one. See you next time when I talk on the topic, your coaching style. What makes you a good coach? Thanks for listening and thanks for tuning in. I am super excited, and if you want to find out more about this topic, this is only the tip of the iceberg that I gave you. Each and every thing that I spoke about has his own detail that we can do. We can get and set in your area a coaching course where you can get people together and we work on this thing. God bless you. And I'm telling you now, this is only the staff I'm giving you. You can become like Moses, leading yourself out of your own Egypt to the promised land. Thank you so much.